Candy's house and cooking with the Saladmaster. So for today, we're going to make something quite nice as usual, and it's so the ingredients which we need to make the seafood coconut rice includes we've got various types of seafood in there. We've got squid, we've got scallop, we've got prawns, we've got quite a lot of them. They look frozen in there. And we've got the coconut, we've got I've got onions, ginger, garlic, cube, a little bit of curry and thyme, about 1 teaspoon. I've got mixed spice as well. I've got my crayfish. I've got some chopped onions and some chopped garlic. I'm going to fry this in the Saladmaster with no oil. And then I've got 4 cups of rice, about ½ teaspoon of chili, and the coconut milk. So this coconut, I'm going to blend this one without sieving it because I like a bit of the crumb. It's a little bit of the crumb. So we're going to get cooking now, and let's get cooking. And first of all, before we get down to the main cooking, for the whole seafood here is frozen. The seafood is all frozen. This one, I'm going to start with the chopped ginger and garlic, just to recap again. And I'll be using the Saladmaster 4.5, but I will be frying this with no oil in Saladmaster 4.5. Braise a pan, and then I'll pop this one in afterward. Just a little bit of seasoning to give it some. I'll be using, I've got my broccoli, I've got my orange bell pepper, I've got asparagus, I've got green spring onions, I've got pointed cabbage, and I've got my carrot. I've got my carrots, pointed cabbage, orange bell pepper, and then so I'm going to start by pouring the onions and the garlic, and then give it a stir. So I've poured the onions and the garlic to fry with no oil. You can see clearly we're frying with no oil. Okay, look at that, no oil. Actually, I'm going to show people on why I can perceive that lovely aroma. Some people are so fussy. At times I don't really bother about the aroma. Okay, so just give it a little stir when you've got that beautiful aroma coming out. But remember, we don't need to lose the nutrients simply because we want to swap the flavor for your aroma. You want to swap the flavor for your nutrients, so try not to lose your nutrients doing all those stuff. So just a little bit stirring. Don't swap your nutrient for flavor or for aroma. A little bit frying is fine, and at this point we're just going to dunk in all the seafood. There we go. Now add some seasoning to the seafood. Like I said, they are frozen ones, okay? So I'm just gonna add the seasoning, the curry, thyme, ginger, mixed spice, all-purpose seasoning, and just name it. So I've added a little bit of this what's it called now? Mushroom. But it's a different type of mushroom. I like it because it's usually hard. I'll show you the pack in a minute. Look at that. It's optional. It's called shiitake mushroom. It's a bit like meat. That's why I like the mushroom. It's not really soft them one. So I've added a little bit of it in here, which is optional, so you can do without that. So I'm going to put this on and allow it to simmer for a while. Let them all get seasoned. While this is cooking, we're going to go to the Saladmaster bad boy, and then we're going to start with this one. I'm going to wash the rice with warm water. Wash your rice about 4 to 5 times with warm water, and then this whole other ingredients remaining here, I'm going to blend them, which is the crayfish. I'm going to blend it with the onions and the ginger, also the remaining garlic as well, and coconut. I blend it and allow a little bit of the crumb, so about that size. If you blend it so small, it's not going to be bad, but it's nice when you have the feel of coconut in the rice. So wash the rice and then blend this one, and we dump them all in the Saladmaster bad boy. Set it on rice too. When it's nearly done, then we put the seafood which is cooking over here. That's the various seafood. We're just going to carry on with the coconut rice in there. Here's the blended coconut. The coconut piece is there as well. The onion, ginger, garlic. Pour it in, then allow it to simmer for a little while. So in here now, I've blended the coconut, ginger, garlic, and I poured it in here. Like I did mention, I'll be using some coconut milk as well. I'm using some coconut milk, which is that one. You can use any one of your choice. I don't have any particular choice in mind. That's that one. And I'm going to pop it at this stage in there as well. So to give us that coconut flavor. There we go. So we've got enough coconut flavor. I'm using coconut crumbs as well. I've added the rice in there, and then just give it a little stir. And remember, it's always best to ensure you don't have any food particle on the edge of what you're cooking, so that it forms a seal. So I'm just going to wipe that off, nicely wipe it off, and then pull the lid on fully closed. Set it on nice too. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe any food particle around so it allows it to form the seal. That's how it cooks fast for us as well. So put the lid on fully closed. There we go. Oops. And set it on rice too. Check some of our previous videos if you can't remember how to set rice too. Just press that button twice. 1, 2, and that's it. So at this point you can go chillax when it's about a couple of minutes to go, then you come back.
Saladmaster. The question is, are you going to pay and get it, or you going to pay? Either way, you are paid.
So once again, to explain, here are the vegetables which will be cooking on the side with no water. So the best bits of all these vegetables, which includes broccoli, carrots, cabbage, orange bell pepper, asparagus, spring onions, and just name it. And this is a full 4.5 brazier pan of Saladmaster. That's what we're cooking this veggies in here. Okay, the best bit, we're going to cook this today with absolutely no water, because water tends to leach. Is one of the enemies to nutrition. Check some of our previous video on enemies to nutrition, and it tends to leach the goodness from our food. When you cook your broccoli in water, what color will it go? It will turn green, and that's your nutrient going off, so you don't need that. So in Saladmaster, we cook with absolutely no water. So all I need to do now, get my lid, put it on fully closed, ensure you don't have particles on the side, just around the side like that one. So get rid of it, okay, and ensure you don't have particles. Then put your lid fully closed and wait for the valve to click. Put it on medium heat. Once the valve begins to click, then you put it down to low. This valve is going to click and put it down to
so we know there's no transference of flavors. You cook everything its own balance. What Saladmaster does is actually protects the integrity of the food. And look at this. This is cooked. This is done. Look at that. You know, nice al dente. Look at this. Is that not fantastic? That is Saladmaster.
It's beginning to click, and remember, like I said, when the valve begins to click, turn it down to low, and then that's where we'll finish our cooking. So I'm going to turn it down to low because the vegetable is being cooked with absolutely no water. Okay, and let's have a look. How did it go? Ooh, look at that. Can we see the vibrant colors? Look at that. All nicely cooked with no burning as well.